What's good, family? My name is Clem de la Creme. Thank you for being here with me right now. So, Corona time. I've been in lockdown just like everybody else for several months now. And it happened pretty much right at my last post. And during that period of time, like that week when the lockdown was getting started, there was a lot of uncertainty and the school was still not sure how they were handling things. And I had a lot of anger and frustration at the time, not really because of them, but just because of the whole situation. And I didn't want to post in that moment because I was frustrated and I didn't really have anything to say about anything in that point in time. But things have settled a little bit. The dust is cleared for at least the time being while I've been on lockdown, and school has gone online. So I have started taking classes online for a couple months, and there have been some good things about it as well as some other things that have been difficult. One of the things that has been great is that I've been able to have structure to my time and my days and stay connected and motivated to other people who are, on the same journey that I am. And that has been a huge help in these times where we've been on lockdown and been stuck inside. Being a music producer and an artist, you like having time to create, but when you're forced to do it, that turns into something else, and it's not always easy. So having classes has been wonderful. But the classes I'm taking right now are on Mondays, I have sound design. Tuesdays, I have music industry. Thursdays, I have mixing. And Friday, I have remixing. Now, my most difficult class is my sound design course, and that's on Monday. Part of that is because it is on Monday, and Monday mornings ain't the easiest time to be awake and functioning. And I don't know why that is. I can get plenty of sleep on Sunday, and still Monday comes around, and still I don't know why. Okay, it's Monday here, what? But I'm in class doing my thing, and the hardest part about this one is staying focused, because while we're working on things, I have to switch between the screens, between my screen and the teacher's screen. And if things don't look the same, then I have to go back and figure it out and ask the teacher to explain it again. And you're in a class full of people, and it's not the same thing as like being able to look at the screen, look at what they're doing on the projector and different stuff. Plus, with just having the MIDI keyboard here, when I'm finding a sound that I like and I'm playing it, I'm just in the zone and in the mood, and I'm like, yeah, that's a good sound, and then I distract myself because I start playing something. I'm like, wait a second, what? No, I'm lost. So in that class, I'm in a perpetual state of being confused, but I still make the time to figure stuff out and ask other people. Thanks to shout out to Layla and other people who helped me with understanding things that I didn't understand. And to shout out to my teacher to make the time to try to fix things and show things properly. But my software doesn't look like everybody else's, and I got the same software that the school give us licenses for. And I don't know why my settings look different and why things don't work the same. But it hasn't stopped me, and it hasn't stopped my teacher from trying to help me with the situation that he hasn't seen before. So that's been cool. We've been using Contact and Massive and Absinthe to make sounds so far, and I like them all. I don't have a favorite yet. They all look a little different. They all kind of tweak things in their own ways, but they're all sound development plugins. And so when the class is done, I hopefully will have found love towards one of them at least, maybe more, but that I feel comfortable with and confident with, that I will purchase and add to my own library of plugins. And anyways, that's Mondays. We just had our assessment on Sunday for that class, and huge saving issues due to software stuff and other things. So hopefully I won't get marked off too harshly for it, but I got it turned in and I did the dang thing. Tuesdays with the business industry, our teacher is very animated, has a lot of experience in different parts of the music industry, so it's very helpful as well as entertaining. It's good to be there connecting with them and with all the other students, because we all have a different musical background. And because of that, we bring different things to the class. So since I lived in China, a lot of my research that I do is through China and how they do things. and different people are from different places and they have different musical experiences, so they research different markets and different stuff and they share that with us. So a lot of people get different perspectives that we wouldn't have had, or insight into things that we wouldn't have known had, you know, one of us not been in the class. So that is great, and everybody is pretty enthusiastic about it all, and you know, we all get to share our experience. You know, one of our friends, she's going through a situation right now where a producer had her sing on a track and they released it and they're actually getting lots of streams and are collecting money, and she hasn't seen any of it yet. And so she, you know, she's hiring a lawyer and handling that. And it's cool to see that like happening now, like while we're doing this, she gets the experience to know how to handle situations like that, and we get to, you know, see through her how it gets handled. And myself, I've had people, I had one person reach out to me because of the name, that they share the same name and they said they had theirs longer. They've released things on it longer, but we've had the name the same amount of time. And I was about to try to screw them and trademark the name first. But I realized we're on the same boat and it doesn't really matter. Neither of us have a huge following behind that particular name yet. So, and I liked a group they're a part of and their ethos, you know, not trying to be, but like basically supporting all artists, like the underdog artists, people who have different voices that, you know, that people think shouldn't be heard or that whatever. But I like that. And so I realized, you know, we're the same person doing the same thing. And they reached out to me to let me know, you know, they could have done a variety of different things. So I have a new name for my production and my remixes, and that's Grandma's House. So about to have a couple releases coming out on that soon. And yeah, I'm actually excited about that. But I get to learn about trademarking. I've done lots of reading on it and research because of this class and because of these situations. And so I've talked to a few different people in different parts of the industry. I've talked to family and friends, and it's weird how little people know about trademarking, you know? And a lot of people just kind of direct me to the website, and the website is like still helpful, but also a bit vague in some areas. So I may end up hiring a lawyer to help me with this. You know, one of my friends recommended one lawyer, another friend recommended their, you know, music industry lawyer. So we'll see what I end up deciding to go with, but all my names right now need to be trademarked and handled, because moving forward, I don't want to have issues. You know, I don't care about other people and their stuff. I just don't want issues with me and my stuff and them trying to say that I'm doing something improperly, because you know, cause I'm handling myself professionally and trying to continue to handle myself as professionally as I can at any given time. So that's that. But the mixing class I have on Thursdays is dope because the teacher's really enthusiastic about it, as well as they're opinionated. So when we ask them questions, like they have their idea on different things, you know, some of it being equipment or plugins. You know, when I was asking them about Camel Crusher, I was like, "What do you think about Camel Crusher?" And he's like, "Man, that's rubbish," you know. But I like Camel Crusher. And so through this class, I've learned a lot of great skills that I can apply and use in my productions now. And it's really been great. I think that class I've probably gotten the most out of this semester so far. I don't even know if I can say that, but it's one that's helped me in a great way, in great ways, and helped me get my productions to levels and places that I feel more comfortable and confident with. And so it's allowed me to save a lot of money, you know, in terms of not sending things out to other people to do the mixing for me. But that's a fun class, you know, people on different levels of mixing in that class, and so it's good to be there, be part, and learn new skills and techniques. And Friday's remixing is the perfect class to have at the end of the week. You know, it's the one class that I get to, not the one class I get to have fun with, but it's the most playful of all my classes. You know, DJing was the end of my week last semester, and I love DJing, so it was me listening to music, playing, practicing scratching, and this one is like me remixing, so I'm like there learning new remixing techniques, and we get to, you know, work in it right then and create remixes. And so it being Friday after class, if I'm liking what I'm working on, then I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna spend the rest of my evening working on this remix. And it's just because I enjoy doing those things. So it's the nice cap off to my week, and everyone in that class has different musical backgrounds, and so the way that we each remix the same samples or the same song is very different, and that's inspiring to see different people's takes on it and to see how they approach, you know, how they approach a remix. But one thing that we had to do was do like a pitch for a remix pitch, and so we created some stuff, and my remix pitch was it was funny. But yeah, I'm learning new things that I can apply to my life and stuff that makes sense and is important to me. So I'm grateful for classes, but the online learning, I'm not sure if I'm getting everything that I was hoping to get by studying here in London. Part of that is being in the facilities and studios. Like, we don't get to work on the mixing desk. For our mixing class, we're not working on the mixing desk and using all the outboard gear that I was hoping to be able to, get my hands on. But I am learning a lot of stuff that I can use like in my laptop and do stuff like that. So that is helpful, and that no matter where I go, I can, apply what I'm doing. But I'm not sure if it justifies the costs and the situation, with how things are right now. I don't get to have the in-class experience of being there alongside my peers. So after classes here, it's not like I get to go and have lunch with one of my friends and connect with them and collaborate with them, or just hear more about their story. And in the school setting, if I leave class and I'm there in the hallway with someone and they're like, hey, why don't we go grab a coffee? Or making plans to meet somebody before class, to get a snack, or to, just meet up at the school to talk about stuff before the classes. So outside the classroom here, there hasn't been much outside the classroom. I'm grateful that I met people last semester, so that way after some of these classes, I might give one of the friends a phone call, to connect, as well as to, just like, we get to ask questions of each other and, see where we're at and stuff. But it's not the same as being in person. And so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I might try to defer until they reopen back up, because I don't know if the price justifies everything that they're doing. Or not doing. I know they need to be able to keep the school open. They need to help it so people don't lose their jobs, and I can appreciate and respect that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure where things are going. One thing the school has done has been they have opened up like online master classes, which has been good, because we get to learn extra things outside of class. But I don't know if that has added like a huge amount of extra benefit, because there were still classes when things are going on at school, and these ones are all online, and so it's a different, not impersonal, that's not the word, but it's not the same exact connection. And one thing that I do still appreciate, whether it's here online or when it was in person, the one-to-one sessions with teachers, that has been great and beneficial for me, in getting questions answered that I wouldn't be able to get answered the same way, as well as people I wouldn't necessarily have talked to or reached out to because they're not people I know. There are some teachers who were holding one-to-one sessions that I've been able to talk to and hear some important things, based off of their experiences and stories, as well as their expertise, that had they not been doing these one-to-one sessions, I never would have talked to the person, and I never would have gotten their input or their opinion or their guidance, or hearing their experience on these different things. So that's something that is still great and beneficial. But we'll see. Here, being on lockdown has been good on the whole, because as an artist and as a musician, this time can be used to work on things. But it's also been difficult, for myself and other students. We're away from all of our family and friends. I've been here alone in an apartment, for the majority of the time. And I didn't leave, man, for like the first month. I didn't really leave the place. And that was a bit difficult. And I'm not gonna lie, a little bit lonely at first, but now as time's gone on, it's gotten better and easier, and just dealing with lockdown as we do, everybody doing the best we can. And it's allowed me to connect to myself as, not as an artist, but get me connected more to myself and appreciate myself and understand, not more of what I want, but understand who I am and what I am, and appreciate that, which wouldn't have happened to the same degree at this point in time without lockdown. So, there's always silver linings to these clouds. And I'm not sure if there's anything else I want to say in this particular video. But if you watch this video, stay through the whole thing, thank you for continuing this journey with me, because you know, that's part of what life is, being able to share this journey with different people and connect with different people along the way. And if you're an artist like myself, I hope that my story and my things give you inspiration for your own journey, or help you make some of your own decisions based off of, you know, my experiences. But that's all I have for this particular post. I'm gonna be getting back into it more regularly like I was doing in the past. But I just want to say I love y'all. Thank you for being here with me, and I'm gonna catch you next time. My name is Clem de la Creme. Peace.